if I would have tried. What hurt my prize? First of all, Elliot, Judd was an incredible, wonderful teacher. Many of you know that personally. He was devoted to his students. His students respected and loved him. To have an award in his memory was truly, truly an honor. He's the teacher that we all aspire to be. Like many of you, I grew up in a bilingual household. I always knew that I loved languages, and I always knew with equal certainty I never wanted to be a teacher. And I didn't want to be a teacher because I was so pathologically shy. Time went on, I went to graduate school, and when the fellowship money ran out, and the only way I was going to get to finish graduate school was to get a TA-ship and become an ESL teacher, I said, I can't do that. I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. But I did want to finish graduate school, so first week of July 1973, filled with dread, I walked into my first classroom, and it was a day that changed my life. It gave me a voice that I never dreamed I had. I don't think anybody who knew me before that week would have ever thought I could get up there and become a teacher. But as some of you know, I really fell in love with it. It was my world. And of course, what do we do as ESL teachers? We give our students, or we enable our students, try to help them to find their voices, to help them to fulfill their lives in the ways that they need to. And it's such an important task. We are their teachers, their mentors, their lifeline in many cases, and it's just such a fulfilling role for me. It's really not work at all in many ways. That romance I felt that week has never, ever died. A few people I would like to acknowledge. First of all, when I first came back to Chicago, I'm actually from Chicago originally, but professionally I wasn't. I was from the University of Michigan, I taught overseas, and I was a newbie here. Illinois TESOL embraced me. There are two people that I'd like to acknowledge who aren't here today. The first one is a woman named Mary Pataki, who was the newsletter editor. And she conned me into becoming the newsletter editor. And of course, I did it, and I grew tremendously, and Mary was a wonderful, wonderful support, and I'm grateful to her. The second person, some of you also knew, is a man named Don Siegel, who was a very active member of Illinois TESOL. Don was a colleague of mine at Northeastern when I first came. He was my mentor. He taught me what it is to be a mentor. Many of you know that I consider mentoring to be so much at the heart of our profession, and I owe so much to Don Siegel. Mary and Don both died about 2 years ago, but they're very much in my heart, and I cannot help but think of them, along with Elliot, as being such important people in my life. A quick acknowledgement to my wonderful colleagues who are so supportive. Some were my students years ago, and we're now colleagues, and I cannot tell you how fulfilling that is. And then there's the students. And you guys who were in my classes, you know how much you mean to me. You mean everything to me. My family knows that they compete for affection, but you're important to me. One group I'd like to acknowledge, for about 30 years now, a group of a couple faculty members and former students of ours get together once a month. It's called Pizza Night. Judd's a member of the group. She wasn't one of our students, but most of the others were Northeastern students. We share our lives, and we share our both professionally and personally, and it's very rewarding. It's just terribly rewarding. About a week ago, I'm a member of a research grant that is trying to train middle school teachers who teach the STEM subjects to teach in a more ESL compassionate, friendly way. I'm the ESL advisor, and I sat in on a meeting about a week ago, and in walked a man who had been my ESL student about 35 years ago, speaking very much English at all, and now he's a respected mathematician at a local college. And I'm telling you, I was bursting with pride. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. Thank you all. Thank you to my family, to Illinois TESOL, to my colleagues, to my students. There's a Bantu saying, Ubuntu, and it means I am because we are. And I thank you all very much. Ubuntu.